bent under the door handle before opening the door a crack. A tall woman, gray-eyed and slim, stood alone in the brightly lit corridor. Ksenia. Kicking the chair aside, Fyodorov opened the door and pulled the woman inside before relocking it. Ksenia reached for the light switch, but he seized her wrist. Her gaze traveled across Fyodorov's haggard face for a long moment before she pulled her hand free and embraced him. "My God, Andrei, what are you doing here? How—" Fyodorov silenced her with a lingering kiss before pushing her gently away. "Were you followed?" She shook her head but kept her eyes fixed on his. "What happened? You're meant to be in America." "I can't tell you." "You said you'd be away for months. It's been 3 weeks. I was given new orders. Orders I could not follow." "What do you mean? What did they want you to do?" "All you need to know is that I could not." "Couldn't or wouldn't?" In the shaded lamplight, Fyodorov smiled tightly in answer. Ksenia took 2 steps backward and sat heavily on a bed covered in scattered clothes. Her eyes glistened bright in the lamplight. "You refused orders? From the KGB?" "Yes." "How much time do we have?" "I don't know, Ksenia, but I need you to hide some documents for me. I'll tell you where. Don't read them. Promise me. You can't read them." "You're in danger." Ksenia's voice was hollow and flat. Her pale gaze meeting his was like a splash of cold water. Fyodorov turned to the window and ran his hands slowly through his hair. "Correct. You won't see me for a while. But I have a plan." Silently, Ksenia stood once more and embraced Fyodorov from behind, her face laid against his back. The sound of passing traffic rose from the street. From somewhere down the corridor came a muffled cacophony of martial music as one of Ksenia's neighbors turned on the radio. "Andrei, are they going to kill you?" "They're going to try." Part 1. 22 November to 5 December 1963. You are strong only as long as you don't deprive people of everything. For a person you've taken everything from is no longer in your power. He's free all over again. Alexander Solzhenitsyn, The First Circle. Chapter 1. Vorkut Log 51, 22 November 1963. The news came over Soviet state radio Mayak, blaring in the empty officers' mess as Vasin sat at a plain wooden table, eating alone. "Comrade radio listeners, we have interrupted our broadcast because of a distressing report we have just received from New York." Vasin looked up abruptly at the bulky speaker, as if at a television. "It has been officially announced that U.S. President John Kennedy has died in a hospital after having been the victim of an attack by, it is supposed, persons from extreme right-wing elements. U.S. President John Kennedy and Texas Governor John Connally fell under the bullets of assassins while driving in an open car through the streets of Dallas. There were 3 shots. One of the bullets struck the president in the head." The report might have come from the moon, or some other distant planet of warmth and light. Somewhere beyond hundreds of kilometers of tundra and boreal forest, there was a world where great events happened. Vasin understood the words of the news bulletin, but his mind could not put images to them or meaning. He tried to turn his attention back to his cabbage soup, but found his appetite had vanished. For nearly a year, the Vorkut Log 51 strict regime penal colony had been Vasin's kingdom and his personal Calvary. The American spy Oleg Morozov had been arrested and executed. Morozov's unwitting protector, General Ivan Serov, was removed from his post as the head of Soviet military intelligence and expelled.